The morning air was a cold hush wrapped in darkness, the kind that settled into your skin and made silence feel alive. It was 5:43 a.m. in Fairview Pines, a neighborhood painted in wealth and framed in manicure perfection. The sky was still purple, smeared with a faint streak of dawn on the horizon. In this pocket of Raleigh, North Carolina, lawns didn't grow wild and fences didn't squeak. It was the kind of place where people smiled tightly, waved from driveways, and called it community so long as you didn't disrupt the image. Dr. Elijah Rowe's sneakers struck the pavement like a metronome, his breath forming faint clouds in the chill. At 38, Elijah ran 6 miles every morning before the rest of the world stirred. It was his release from the weight of trauma shifts at Wakefield Regional Hospital, from the ghost of blood and beeping monitors, from the ache of saving lives that sometimes slipped away anyway. His gray hoodie was damp with sweat, his pace steady, earbuds hanging silent around his neck. No music today, just breath, just clarity. 3 weeks ago, he and his wife Asha had moved into Fairview Pines with their 9-year-old son Malik. A blue house with white shutters and an old basketball hoop already tilted in their driveway. Asha had fallen in love with the neighborhood, with its good schools and safe parks. Elijah knew better than to be won over by curb appeal, but he'd said yes for her, for Malik. He knew how this story usually went. A black family moving into a mostly white suburb. The quiet scrutiny, the stiff hellos, the thin smiles. He wasn't surprised by the stares at the corner gas station, or the silence that followed when he walked into the neighborhood cafe. But he wasn't naive, either. Elijah had played this game before. Give it time, they'll come around. Time, however, was a luxury he was about to be denied. As he turned on a Cedar Glen drive, the hollow sound of an engine broke through the quiet. Headlights flared in the pre-dawn gloom, locking onto him like a prison spotlight. A silver Lexus SUV crawled closer. The window rolled down slowly. "Hey," a voice snapped, sharp as a whip. "What are you doing out here?" Elijah slowed, yanked out an earbud, breath steady despite the tension crackling in the air. He recognized the voice. Clark Pennington, early 50s, buzz salt and pepper hair, HOA committee lead, self-appointed neighborhood watchdog. Elijah had seen him once before, measuring lawn lengths with a tape measure like some manic suburban tyrant. "I'm running," Elijah answered evenly. "I live here." Clark's chuckle was venomous. He looked Elijah over hoodie, dark skin, sweat-slicked forehead, and sneered. "Live here?" His voice oozed disbelief. "Since when?" "What house?" "Blue one on Hollow Birch Road," Elijah replied, pointing. "We moved in 3 weeks ago." Clark's eyes narrowed. "Nobody told me about new neighbors," he muttered, his fingers tightening around a phone already poised to dial. "We've had break-ins, you know. Teenagers sneaking around. You got ID on you?" "No," Elijah replied, tone firmer. "I'm Yogink. I don't carry my wallet." "How convenient," Clark hissed. "Real convenient. So you expect me to believe some guy in a hoodie is out here at dawn, just taking a little jog?" Elijah's jaw tightened. He didn't flinch. "Looking like what?" he asked, softly, dangerously. "You know exactly what I mean," Clark said, voice icy. "People don't run around here at this hour unless they're up to something." The air between them grew thick, pulsing with unspoken history. Elijah stood still, hands open, his body calm but coiled like a spring. "I told you," he said. "Elijah Rowe. My son's got a basketball hoop in our driveway. I'm your neighbor." Clark scoffed, thumbing his phone. "Yeah, well, we'll see about that." Before Elijah could respond, another vehicle skidded to a stop, a maroon minivan. Out jumped Pamela Whitaker, tightly wound PDA queen, her hair a tangled mess, robe flapping, face flushed with alarm. "What's going on?" she snapped, eyes locking instantly on Elijah with disdain. "Clark, this guy says he lives here," Clark said, jogging. "No ID. No one knows him." Pamela's eyes narrowed as she scanned Elijah like a barcode. "Sir," she said, her tone a sugary knife, "you have to understand, this is a very close-knit community. We don't usually have unfamiliar faces walking around at 5 in the morning." "I've lived here for 3 weeks," Elijah said, his voice a steel beam. Amon a dokter at Vikfield. My wife's probably up now making coffee. My son's got math club at 9. I run every morning. I'm not a threat. Pamela blinked at the word doctor as if it didn't compute. We're not accusing you of anything, she said falsely. But it does look suspicious. What looks suspicious, Elijah shot back, is you deciding I don't belong because I'm jogging while black. By now, more doors opened. Slippers shuffled. Bathrobes emerged. Curious eyes peeked from porches and driveways, their faces pale in the dim light. Murmurs floated. Someone whispered, "Call the police." Clark spoke into the phone. "Yes, we need an officer. There's a man won't give ID. Won't explain himself." Then it happened. From the back seat of the minivan, a little girl stumbled out. 7-year-old Ella Whitaker. Barefoot, nightgown clinging, clutching a pink bunny. Her face was pale, lips slightly blue. "Mom," she whispered. "I feel." She crumpled. Elijah was already moving before her knees hit the pavement. He caught her, lowering her gently. "She's in hypovolemic shock," he barked. "Call 911 now." Pamela screamed, grabbing her phone, dropping in the grass. Clark froze, phone limp at his side. The crowd gasped. "What's he doing? Don't let him touch her." But Elijah shut them out. His fingers were on Ella's neck, counting her pulse. Too fast. Weak. He gently laid her on the ground, elevated her feet, opened her airway. "Ella," he said firmly, "can you hear me?" "Nothing." "Pamela," he shouted, "does she have any medical history? Diabetes? Allergies?" "No, Pamela Sobeth. She was fine last night." Elijah nodded once, focused. "Ambulance, ETA?" No one answered. Then flashing lights. But not medics. A patrol car screamed to a stop. Officer Brian Decker jumped out, hand already on his weapon. "Step away." "Hands up." Elijah didn't move. "I'm a doctor," he said calmly. "If I stop, she dies." The cop hesitated. "Now, ask her mother." Elijah shouted. Pamela screamed. "He's helping her. He's saving my daughter." Decker's hand hovered, then dropped. His radio crackled. Sirens wailed again. The ambulance. Paramedics rushed in. Elijah delivered vitals rapid fire, BP crashing, pulse weak, 140s. No known history. They worked in sync. Oxygen mask on. For line in. They bundled Ella into the stretcher, Pamela clutching her hand in tears. Then came the silence. The entire neighborhood stood frozen. Clark looked stricken. You saved her," he stammered. Elijah turned slowly. "I did my job," he said coldly. "You tried to ruin my life." Decker stepped forward, awkward. "You said Wakefield?" Elijah Rowe. Attending a physician. Been here 3 weeks. Someone whispered, "He's telling the truth." The crowd shifted, shame settling over them like fog. Elijah looked at them all, his voice rising, clear and fierce. "What does it take?" he demanded. "I save a life, and you still see a thug? You still call me a stranger? Why? My hoodie? My skin?" No one answered. Pamela sobbed. "I was awful. I'm so sorry." He looked at her, unforgiving. "Make sure this ends with you." That night, on his porch, a gift basket waited. Cookies. Coffee. A note. "Dr. We're sorry. Welcome. Clark and Pamela." Asha read the note and laughed bitterly. Damage control. Elijah took a cookie, grinning. "Malik will love these." Inside, Malik beamed. "Dad, you're a hero." Elijah tousled his hair. "No, I just didn't let someone's daughter die." In the weeks that followed, Fairview Pines changed a little. The stares softened. Clark stopped patrolling. The HOA sent an email about inclusion. Pamela brought over lasagna. Decker apologized again. And one evening, Clark showed up with 2 beers, sheepish. "I want to fix this," he said. Elijah nodded. "Step up. That's where it starts." They sat on the porch. Not friends, but no longer enemies. Months passed. Ella recovered fully. She sent Elijah a drawing of him in scrubs. It went on the fridge next to Malik's honor roll certificate. Fairview wasn't perfect, but Elijah ran every morning now unbothered, unchallenged. He didn't need their love. He had earned his place. He was home,